Welcome to the speaking section of International English Language Testing System. My name is Omar and I'll be your examiner for this part of the test. Dear candidate, speaking has three parts. Part 1, introduction and interview round. Part 2 is about individual long term or topic cards. And part 3 is about discussion round. Questions in part 3 and discussion round to some extent will be related to the topic card that you already present in your part 2 of the speaking test. So dear candidates, in your speaking test, you have to demonstrate 4 different assessment criteria. These are the band descriptors. Okay? First and foremost is fluency and coherence. Within fluency and coherence, you demonstrate a rare repetition or self-correction, and if your topic development is fully coherent and appropriately extended, your answer becomes more, it becomes complete. Do you understand? And within coherence, you have to try to connect one sentence with the other sentence in a logical alignment so that your answer becomes convincing. And within grammatical range and accuracy, if the structures are precise and accurate at all times, apart from mistakes, characteristics of native speakers' speech, then you will be assigned band 9 in our speaking test. Talking about, pronunciation, within pronunciation, it is not mandatory, it's not necessary that accent has to be demonstrated. Accent has minimal effect on intelligibility, but you have to try to successfully demonstrate your confidence and clarity in terms of how to pronounce individual sounds within a word, how to use proper stress pattern within a word, how to use sentence stress, how to demonstrate your intonation pattern, and most abundantly native speakers, they use connected speech. If you integrate connected speech in your answer becomes like all the native speaker. And most importantly, you have to try to demonstrate your speech with a very much relaxed and calm as well as a steady pace. Okay? If you speak in a relaxed and calm way, you can, brainstorm new ideas and you can make your answer fully developed as per the topic. Do you understand?
Yes.
So, 25% for each band descriptors. Fluency and coherence, 25%.
Yeah.
Grammatical range and accuracy, 25%. Lexical resources, 25%. And pronunciation, 25%. Okay? If you get 7, 7, 7, 7, it will be 28 divided by 4 is equal to 7 square. 8, 8, 8, 8 means 32 divided by 4, it means your band score will be 8.
Yeah.
If 9, 9, 9, 9, it will be 36 divided by 4, means your band score will be band 9. Okay?
Yeah.
So, now, let's begin with the speaking part 1. This is introduction and interview round. If you speak, each answers within the format of 20 seconds, at least 2 sentences to each question in part 1 of the speaking test, your answer becomes complete. Now, my question is on topic sports centers. Are there a lot of sports centers where you live?
Yeah, well, there are a lot of sports centers where I live, especially in today's time. I think it's getting so much developed that there are a lot of sports centers in my area. Yeah.
Well, so is it important to have sports centers near where people live?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think there should be public parks and sports centers, especially in the places where there are housing or apartment, because that physical health is also one of the very important part of our life, and especially for the children, growing children, I'd say, because previously in our time we had very large and free grounds everywhere, but now we don't see that a lot. So I think having developed a sports center kind of gives them a way to put their energy towards sports center, because children have really high energy, and I think that also in some way help them to be healthy and live a healthy, good life.
Are most people in your country more interested in sports now than they were in the past?
I think for that one, I feel it's a double-sided sword because it has always sports has always been a huge part of our country, huge part of our life. Even when there weren't so much of sports centers and proper way of playing, proper ground, proper shoes. Even when we didn't have that, they used to play sports. And now, since the sports center is so much developed and people are really into it, people are more interested now also, I'd say.
Okay, now I want to talk about. I want you to talk about music. Do you think that music is important in this 21st century for the development of mental, satisfaction?
100%, I think. Truly, music truly has a part of our soul. I think everyone, if you're getting a breakup, you're into music. If you had a fantastic day, you're into music. If you're going out with friends, you're into music. So I think music plays a huge part of our life, and it's really good for our mental health as well. It kind of relaxes your soul, and you just get into the peace zone out. You just feel the sensation of peace while listening to music, and I think that plays a crucial part in mental health as well.
Now, moving further, let's talk about the topic card. Your question for topic card is talk about a person you are impressed with. I mean to say that talk about a person you admire the most in your life, who the person is, where the person stays, and why do you admire that person in your life. Now, this is a topic card, dear candidate. You will get 60 seconds of time if you wish to prepare notes. Okay? Here is a paper and pen, and you can prepare notes if you wish. When I say start speaking, immediately you have to start speaking. So your time begins for taking notes. Start taking notes. So, dear candidate, your time is over. You can speak up to 2 minutes. Please start speaking.
Yeah, talking about admiration, I think admiration is something you really grow with time. So I can't straightly say that, oh, this is the person I've admired throughout my life, but I do remember someone that I've been admiring recently, and that is Samba, which is Sabitra Bhandari. She is a football player, and I am really, really, really impressed by the way she has put our nation in the upfront of the country. She's made all the Nepali proud, and she's proven that to be successful, you do not need the glams and wits. All you need is a passion and a truly passionate soul. I think she didn't have a proper football or ground or even a ball to play with, but eventually she ended up being I think Nepal's best women's football player. And I do really admire her for her struggle and her humbleness. I've not met her, but I do wish to meet her one day, and following her through Instagram and stalking her once in a while, I really find that um, uh, she's really connected to her roots, even though she has grown like, I think, a dragon, like really like a phoenix. But I think she's always been in touch with her grounds, and she's always been connected to Nepal. That is seen through her posts, and even though she lives in France, I think in the new recent new Nepali New Year, she had a post about the Nepali New Year, and I think that's really good, and I really admire her.
But so now I would like to ask you questions from the discussion round.
Yeah.
Question in discussion round to some extent will be related to the topic card part 2. In your part of the topic card, you were talking about the person you admire. Okay? Question will be related to the same. So, what do you think, Meghna, are the qualities that makes a person to be admired by the world? Not only to be admired by the world, but also to be successful in the world.
I think the qualities that really makes, I think the admiration is different for everyone. Some one likes to admire on the beauty. Sometimes I also do like to admire people on the beauty. Sometimes it's on intellectual, and sometimes it's on hard work. For me, talking about Samba, for me it was really because of her hard work. I think what she has shown, that she is a live proof that a lotus can grow in a mud but be as pretty as roses or any one other plants. So she has really proven that, and I really think her passion, her dedication, and her discipline for sure is something that I'd admire, and I'd like to indulge those things in my life as well.
Well, so that's the end of the speaking test. So, dear candidate, now I wanna, express some feedback on Meghna's presentation. Meghna, while speaking, she has integrated some qualities of band 9, some qualities of band 8, and some qualities of band 7. So, do you want to know what qualities integrated in our speaking test? She has, she's fluent with rare repetition or self-correction. Means that while speaking, she spoke in a relaxed and calm manner. So, Meghna, well done. Your speech was spontaneous and it was cool to listen. Okay? Next to that, the way she pronounced her, words somewhere, she has also successfully demonstrated her stress patterns. Sometimes she has also demonstrated intonation pattern. Somewhere I have also noticed that she has also integrated connected speech, and which makes speech natural, like of the native speakers. It means that most importantly, the way you demonstrate it could be effortlessly understood. And so it was ravishingly drop dead gorgeous presentation, well done, and the way you present it, you will get band 7.5 in your speaking test because you have integrated some qualities of band 7. You have also integrated some qualities of band 8 and some qualities of band 9. So your average score for speaking section is band 7.5. In your fluency and coherence, you got 7.5. In grammatical range and accuracy, you got 7.5.
Yeah.
In lexical resources, you got 7.5. And in pronunciation, you got 7.5. These are the 4 different band descriptors to which you were assessed. And dear candidates, she is the candidate whose mock test was administered before her real test from British Council. While I took her mock test, she was the candidate who got band 7.5. And after the mock test, she got exact band 7.5 in the IELTS speaking test from British Council. So you can watch this video and you can greatly be benefited as she's the real candidate who got band 7.5 from British Council, and the way in her mock test, she presented. So her mock test was administered twice, once before a week of her real examinations, and today after she achieved band 7.5 from British Council. The intention of this shooting is to make candidates aware about that. What exactly is the quality which corresponds to band 7.5? So this is research-based, effort to provide confidence and clarity to my students. So, Meghna, congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.